Hey builders, welcome back to a building blocks breakthrough journey. In today's video, we are going to start on building block number 2, planning. Now, if you recall, building block number 2 is the largest of the 5 building blocks, and it also builds on building block number 1, where we started building the foundation for your project. Also, please remember, these projects are marathons. They're 9 weeks of working on changing our behavior so we can once again attain and this time sustain our weight loss goal. All of the heavy lifting is done on the front end, and it's that systematic approach of building on each of the building blocks that will again enable us to attain and this time sustain our weight loss goal. And also, once you have nailed down the 5 building blocks, then you are then empowered to course correct in the future anytime that you get derailed. So it's a wonderful system. But let's dive into building block number 2. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Now, in building block number 2 is where we write our SMART goals, where we define our obstacles and risks that we might face during the project, and we also plan our actions that we're going to take that are going to get us to reach our goal in our project. Now, just like in building block number 1, building block number 2 has a challenge and a task that we're going to complete. So if you recall, I had mentioned at the beginning of the project that it wasn't until building block number 2 where we get into the detail, but I was not going to wait until I completed building block number 2 to get started on my healthy eating and my workouts. And so at a bare minimum, what I did in weeks 1 and 2 is that I committed to completing the physical activity guidelines and also at each meal ensuring that I stuck to the portion sizes that were right for me, and I also ate off of a 9-inch plate. Now, if you are interested in learning more about that, if you recall, I directed you over to the Healthy Choices Build a Better You YouTube channel, to the Nuts and Bolts video notes playlist, and you could watch episode 5, 1, and 3 if you wanted to learn more. Then the third action that I took is that at the beginning of each week, I wrote out my meal and workout plans for the week and placed them in my meal and workout calendar. Well, that task is not changing for the 9 weeks, and if you recall, it provided me with both an anchor and a direction that would help to keep me on track. Now, what you're going to learn in building blocks 3 and 4 is that this also provides additional benefits. So this is why this task is not changing. Next up is that you're going to write a smarter goal here in building block number 2. Well, with my one-on-one clients is that I make sure that there are 2 things that they are crystal clear on before they are able to write an effective SMART goal for their Build Your Best You project. The first is making sure that they clearly understand how they can use the physical activity guidelines best for them so that they will better be positioned to reach their goal. Now, they clearly understand that these guidelines at a minimum provide them with substantial health benefits, but they also learn is that if they go from the lower end to the higher end range of what is recommended, and that they also do this on a consistent basis, then they get additional health benefits, which include but are not limited to them losing weight and also keeping the weight off once they reach their goal. Now, the second component that I make sure that all of my clients are crystal clear on before they can write an effective SMART goal is that they have to be clear on what it means to plan for healthy meals. Now, I'm not a registered dietitian and I'm not a medical doctor, so I cannot specifically tell someone what they can or cannot eat. But as their health coach is that I can educate them on the dietary guidelines and how to use that information and their personal history and needs, how to plan accordingly so again that they can have a successful Build Your Best You project. Now, what I found is that there are 2 people that when it comes to meal planning. Now, the first is a very detailed person, and the second is someone who just says, hey, give me the basics, that's all I need. Well, when I'm working with a client who is a more detailed person, then I show them and I educate them how to use, and I work with them to use the NIH Body Weight Planner. Again, NIH Body Weight Planner. Well, this is a terrific tool if you're someone who likes detail, and I provided you with a link below to it. Now, for those clients who are just like, hey, just give me the basics, then what we do is that we keep them on the plan of making sure and monitoring their serving size portions and also eating off of a 9-inch plate at each meal. But there are 3 tools that we add to again ensure that they have effective SMART-E.R goals. So here are the 3 tools. The first one is that we talk about and I educate them in regard to the CDC dietary guidelines. Now, if you would like to learn more about those, there is a video over in the Nuts and Bolts video notes series, and this time it is episode number 8. Now, the next tool that we introduce is the Choose My Plate method of eating. This is a terrific tool that just offers a nice visual as far as how to plan for a healthy meal. Now, if you're interested in learning more about that, I shared a link below in the comment section. And then the third tool that we talk about, and one that I definitely incorporate into all of my Build Your Best You projects, is known as clean eating. Now, if you'd like to learn more about that, then guess what? There's a Nuts and Bolts video notes series that you can hop over to the YouTube channel, Healthy Choices, Build a Better You. This time it's episode number 9 to learn more. But just to give you a quick overview, is that clean eating is all about eating whole foods. So this is your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, your healthy proteins, and healthy fats, and staying clear of processed foods, too much sugar, too much sodium. And so if you're wondering what a processed food is, a good indicator is if you look at the food label and if you look at the ingredients and there are ingredients in there that you cannot pronounce, then you can pretty much rest assured that that is a processed food, which you want to stay clear of with clean eating. Now, so there you have it. That is the introduction to Build Your Best You, building block number 2. Now, next video, we are going to write those SMART-E.R goals. And you know, you probably noticed, but I keep saying SMART-E.R goals. Well, the reason for that is because even though a SMART goal is very effective, it is not enough for these projects. And the reason why is, as I keep mentioning, you're working on a project that is going to enable you to once again attain and this time sustain your weight loss goal. Well, that is going to provide you with everlasting results. So until the next time, this is Coach Becky, your go-to resource for healthy weight loss transformation. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.